Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carrie and today I'm going to be using some of these new products that I recently received from Lifescraft, and I thought I would make a nice card using the embossing folder and these new inks that I received. So I had a little play around after the last unboxing video, and I tried them on the black cardstock. Because of them being shimmery, I thought, all right, that might give me the opportunity to have a go. So this is that beautiful embossing folder. I'm going to be using a 6x6 card base, as the embossing folder is 6x6. And I've cut down this piece of black cardstock just slightly smaller so that you have the little pink border around. Now I want to come in with my embossing folder, and what I'm going to do is basically I just want to have a play around. I'm going to use the baby pink, and this is the emboss side, I guess. Well, the leaf things are sticking up on this side, so I'm going to run that along, just leaning lightly now, not really putting any pressure on there. And I'm just coming in from other angles then as well, just to get that ink on there as best I can. And I'm going to tap it, I think, as well. Yeah, the tapping method seems to be best. I can see the ink being laid down with the tapping motion. And I want to try and get a nice bit of ink on it if I can. Now, I was going to use the green on the other side, but I think I want to try it on both sides. I want to see what it comes out like on both sides. So I'm going to come in with the same ink pad, and this will be the deboss side, I guess. This is, I guess, the background. When I run the cardstock through, I think you'll see better what I'm talking about. I'm sure most of you already know, but anyway, let's have a play and see. I'm kind of going all around because I don't want any lines, from the straight edge on the ink pad. Now, I think that will be okay. Just pop the lid back on there to keep that fresh. And to pop my cardstock down. I can't really move it once it's there. And I'm hoping once I run this through the die cut machine that it's going to take this kind of warpedness out of it. I don't know if you can see it there. It was a bit bent when it arrived. But I'm going to go and run this through the Gemini machine, and I'll be back. And it does seem to have helped with the warping. So fingers crossed. I should have said to begin with, this is not a 3D embossing folder. I'm just going to pull my blind down there. Sorry about the light. Okay, hope that's better. It was raining all morning and now the sun has came out. So anyway, let's have a look and see. Oops, that's pretty. Oh, look at that. So that's the debossed side. These little things are indentated into the cardstock. And if I turn it the other way, the the leaves are popping up, so that's the embossed side, I guess. Now what I want to do is I want to go and clean this up straight away, because I'm not sure if that's permanent ink or not. So let's see. I'll try it with water first. Oh yeah, that seems to be wiping off very easily. Perfect. It's good to know, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. That's good. Don't want to damage the embossing folder when it's just a brand new one. Well, I have embossing folders there, I'd say, for the last 15 years. And I won't say I've never damaged one. I have one of my A4 ones. I still use it, but I ran it through on the wrong sandwich, I guess, on the die cut machine. And it cracked all the... It must have been too much pressure, you know, because each of the brands can use a different sandwich on the die cut machines. Anyway, it wasn't on the Gemini, it was on my older Spellbinders one with the A4 one. I can't remember the name. Oh, what was it called? I have two of them actually here, but that was a manual one. And I got arthritis in my wrists, and now I have it in my fingers as well. So I just find the Gemini fantastic, you know, the motorized thing, that I'm not having to put all that pressure on myself anymore, and I find it brilliant. Anyway, where is our cardstock gone? Sorry, here we go. So I'm bringing that back in, and I need to decide what side I want to use. I like them both. Let's see. I'm using it as a background. I think I might go with this side. But I'm wanting to trim off just those two pieces. I don't know, it's going to interfere then with my background, isn't it? Maybe I should just leave it as it is, because I have it cut down to fit this. If I take more off, it'll just make it a bit smaller, but no, I think I'll leave it as it is. So next I'm coming in with my die, and it's this beautiful butterfly die and the happy birthday sentiment. And I want to remove the sentiment from the center, but I want to leave it together. I'm not going to remove these individually because I don't think I get them lined up the same. But anyway, this is what I've got. I'm just going to remove the little, you know, these little sticky up bits. I just like to remove them. Only takes a second. It's just where the die was attached to the other die. So what I want to do next is just coming in with a piece of 300 GSM, which is a heavy cardstock. And I want to cut them out, so I'm going to run them through the Gemini machine. So just going to pop them out. How pretty is that? And just the little sentiment. So even though they all cut out together, even though they all go in together in one piece, the words aren't attached. They all cut out separately. As you can see there. But they have cut out quite nicely. Anyway, I'll go ahead and I'll finish this off. So I've gone ahead and what I did was I cut them out 3 times and just popped them together, as you can see, to give them a bit more depth. So I cut them out 3 times and I stuck them together. Now, if I'm honest, it was a bit tricky. the birth and the day are perfectly easily. To do the happy, I found it because of these little swirly things. As you can see, I haven't done a perfect job. They were a nightmare, if I'm honest. So in hindsight, I don't know if I would do that again, but I just wanted to make them, you know, a bit sturdier. But yeah, found that very tricky. I guess you could cut off the swirly bit and just put the happy together and add the swirls on separately. But anyway, look, that's neither here nor there. So the next thing I want to do is decide what I'm going to do with these. Now, the happy birthday layers on top of here, let's see. There's the day. Let's make room. I'd say it's probably somewhere around about there that it goes. Quite nice. But obviously I want to make that pop a bit, so I'm going to add some colour. So let's see, what will we do here? I think I'm going to come in maybe with the Junesix ink in the lime. And let's see if I can pop that down. Just hold it. It's a beautiful green, that. And this is just my way of doing it, you know. I mean, everybody has their own take. So I think this will just be an easy way of popping the colour down. There we go. Yeah, and obviously they're still white behind. I can't get it all. But yeah, I think that will be fine like that. So that's the green. I'm going to come in with the pink for birth. So let's see again. Just want to give that a wipe off in case there's green on it. I don't want to contaminate the next word. Isn't that very pretty? They're beautiful colours and they're shimmery and they're gorgeous. Really, really nice. That's a really girly colour, isn't it? And they'd be lovely for stamping sentiments. Because you get that shimmer, they'll nearly look like they're embossed, won't they? Without being embossed. So that's birth, and yeah, maybe half and half. There we go with that one, and come back in with the green. Gonna move that away from the pink so that I don't contaminate it. Don't want to ruin the ink pad. Lovely. Yeah, lovely. That's really nice. I just want to clean off this now first before I go any further. Now, we'll bring these back in. And obviously they're going to need to dry a bit before I can use them. Isn't that pretty? I don't know whether I want to pop some colour on the butterfly as well, or just use him as is. Let's see here. You know, I think I might leave him white. But I'm going to have to pop some glue on the back of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them dry completely. And I'll be back. Because I'm going to have to pop some glue on to pop that down. So I'm just going to come back in now and I'm going to pop them over. They should be dry by now. And I want to come in with this little thin nib. And I just keep, well, lately I've been doing this. I've just been keeping a little pin in the top of it. It just keeps it free. It's a very small nib, this one. So let's see, I'm just going to run a bit of glue all around it. If I can get it out. Having difficulty getting that out. I thought it was a good idea putting the pin in there, but maybe not. I'm going to come in with the glossy accents. It's just fairly, you know, dab it a bit here and there, and that should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to come in now and carefully. See, that wasn't really dry, but what harm? The ink obviously takes a long time then to dry. It's good to know for future projects. Maybe I should have given it a blast of the heat gun. Just want to be careful there, placing it down. Now, if I get them all down, I can come along maybe and place something on top to help them adhere. Let's see. Yeah. And lastly, this little one. Around about there is good, I think. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to come in with my little acrylic block. Just going to place that on top to create a bit of pressure. And in the meantime, clean up the mess again. Those crafters are well used to cleaning up messes, I think. Let's move this a bit. So I'm going to leave that there and I'm coming back in with my 6x6 card base, and I'm still unsure. I think I might use this side actually. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm just going to pop a bit of double-sided tape on there because of it being, you know, the indentation on it. I think it probably would be the best way to go because it's not a smooth surface, I guess is the word I'm looking for there. Just going to pop a bit in the middle, and let's see. Just want to cut that. Just pop a piece of that on each side, because you want it to adhere properly. Maybe we'll go this way, I think. And yeah, that looks good. So you know, that's a beautiful embossing folder. And although it's not 3D, that's really lovely. I really like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is come in with my little butterfly. I'm going to place him in the middle because I think with all of this kind of moving out, it's going to be nice. And for that, I'm going to come and I'm going to pop a bit of double-sided foam tape, just to give that a bit of dimension. There. So, things I've learned with these new products is this Junesix shimmering ink. It's a premium shimmer ink pad is what they're called. You'll see it there. What I've learned is, number one, they're very beautiful. But number two, they take a long time to dry. It's still not dry. So it'll be interesting to see how long it actually takes. Now, I could have come along with my heat gun. I really didn't think I'd need to. But what I'm going to do, I'm probably glad that I didn't, because it's a learning curve. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that aside for a few hours and come back and see if it does, in fact, dry back properly. Been harm to see. To just place that down. And as you can see, still ink coming off of that. But there seems to be a good pigmentation in that ink, because although so many layers have come off, it's still quite strong, isn't it? Anyway, that's my finished card. And I really hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.